Alright guys, welcome to another video. Don't mind my bonnet, I just woke up, you know what I'm saying? I woke up and I wanted to make this video before I go out to do this shoot. This is a little short video, tips on how to get crisp, sharp images. I'm gonna give you 5 tips on how to get crisp, sharp images. Stay right with me, I'm gonna give it to you right after this intro. Tip number 1, when it comes to photography and shooting, make sure you increase the distance of focus. For example, if I was doing like a portrait shoot, don't have the subject stand too close to the background. Like there's like a wall or something, like if there's anything behind the subject, don't have the subject stand really close to the wall. And it's not really gonna look that interesting to look. Have the subject step up a little bit, step up a little, the wall or whatever is in the back, staying further away. That way, if you're shooting, the subject's gonna be more in focus and the stuff that's behind them is gonna be out of focus. If they get too close, if you take a picture, the camera is gonna automatically assume, or it's gonna think, even if it's a lower f-stop, it's still gonna focus on both the subject and the background because they're both right there. But have the subject staying further away from the background, which in return gives you that look like the subject is more focused and defined away from the background. Tip number 2 is take multiple photos. Doesn't matter if you're only hired to take 2, 5, 10 pictures. Go ahead and take 20, take 50, take 100. Because you never know, like whenever you're taking the picture, you can't really see, like from the viewfinder or from the screen, you can't really see the details that clearly until you go home and look at it on the computer. So when you do take a picture, make sure you have all your settings right. Yes, also take more than one just in case, because you never know, the subject might move or something might be out of focus, like their face, their eyes might be out of focus. But if you have more than one photos, you can go and choose the one that looks more sharp or the one looks more focused on the subject. So tip number 2 is take multiple shots. It doesn't really matter if you only hired to take 10 pictures. Make sure you take like 20, 40. That way you have multiple pictures to look at. You can always delete them if you don't need them, but it's better. It's always what they say. It's always good to have more than less, right? Because the more, I guess, the more the better. So if you have more, and plus, if you're working with here's another tip. Come closer. If you're working with a client and you give them more than what they asked for, they're always gonna come back to you. They're always gonna be like, dang, that guy really knows his stuff. He gives more than what I paid for. So that's a tip. And remember, the more you do, the more it's gonna make you look better and gonna make you stand out from the rest. Tip number 3 is shoot at a lower ISO. So the reason being, if you shoot at a higher ISO, it's gonna bring more noises. If you have noises in your images, they don't look crispy, they don't look clean. So I always try to shoot at a lower ISO. I know sometimes you can't shoot at a lower ISO because you don't have enough light. Try as best as you can to shoot at a lower ISO, depending on your situation or the amount of light that you have or that you're given. Take advantage of the sun. The sun is also a great source of light. Use it to your benefit. Or if you don't have, let's say you're in a situation where you don't have enough light, make sure you get a flashlight or any source of light that can help you. Because the most important thing in the image is light. If you don't have light, then you can't really get a photo. So that's another bonus tip right there I just gave you. Tip number 4 is shoot at a faster shutter speed. The reason being is you don't want to shoot at lower. If you shoot at lower shutter speed, the image is gonna be blurry. So like if you try to take a picture handheld, your hand's gonna be moving, or if you're breathing too hard, movement in the shot, which in return it gives you a very blurry shot. You don't want a blurry shot. Nobody want a blurry shot. You want a blurry shot? You don't want a blurry shot, do you? No client want a blurry shot. They want to make sure the photos are focused, everything looks good and sharp. So whenever you can, try to shoot at a faster shutter speed. For example, if you're shooting at daylight, try to shoot like 1/160, 1/200. You know, any number that's bigger, it's gonna freeze the image. Instead of having a blurry image, it's gonna freeze the image and then give you a sharper image. That's tip number 4. Tip number 5, and lastly, I know a lot of people overlook this tip, but it's very important, and I suggest that you do it at least once every couple weeks, because whenever you go out shooting, there's a lot of dust. There's a lot of things blowing in the air, a lot of elements. So always clean your sensor, always clean your lenses, like this in here, if it's dirty in here, because the light comes whatever the camera takes, it takes it from here. Like this, like dirt, or this like any stain right here, you will be seen on the image. Always try to keep this part right here. As you can tell, it's like a little bit dust right here. Always try to keep this part right here clean. Also, make sure never touch this part. And whenever you can, try to clean or dust the sensor. I suggest you get like a cleaning. There's this air blowing tool that you can use. To dust off the dent. Never touch this part right here, because if you damage this part, this could cost a lot of money. It can run you in 1,000. I don't even know the exact number because I've never had that issue. But never touch the sensor, because you mess up the sensor, the whole camera could be done. And to repair is gonna cost you a lot. So yeah, guys, that was my 5 tips on how to get sharper images. If you have any questions or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. I'm still learning as well. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave your questions below in the comments. I'll read them and answer them. Also, guys, you already know the drill. If you like the video, you already know what to do. This is your boy Neo signing out. Peace!